Yes, indeed. We are so back, baby. Playing Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections against Kamui Nomad. Yeah. Wouldn't I like there to be more variety? I feel like I remember the good old days when everybody was playing this game, bro. But as of now, man, nobody is playing this game because I can't even escape the same three people no matter what game mode I use. So if I go to, not that I don't like them or anything, but like for everybody's sake, it's a little better if I have some variety amongst the roster of people I play against. Cause even if I go to casual mode, from what I was seeing yesterday, it takes about like 10 minutes for me. That was a nice little evasion. It takes about 10 minutes. Well, I literally press substitute. That's crazy. It takes about 10 minutes for me to find a match, and then from there, like, it's just the same people. So it's like they're in casual, and then if I leave them, they're also in ranked, and I just find it really hard to believe. But I do. There is some good news on the horizon. First of all, the first thing I can try is making a different account. Obviously, I will. But the next thing I can try, I actually plan on taking an extended, not leave of absence, but I will be traveling to a different location. And I feel that maybe in that region, there are still Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections players. So we will see what happens when I go over there. But for now, I gotta work with what I got. And what I got is Kamui Nomad and all the puppet players to play against. So that's what we will be doing until then. And then possibly changing accounts. Now, I can say though, it is making me better at the game because the people I'm playing are no flipping joke, man. And they play this shit a lot more than me. So it is a little difficult. But if you know me, I compete, bro. I am a competitor. Stop it, bro. I'm still in this thing no matter how it looks like. Damn, this dude's reflexes are fucking quick. Like, jeez, man. I'm looking forward to that Bleach game. I don't really know what else is out there, but it should still be fun to play, and I'm having a fun ass time playing Sparking Zero, especially since the new patch. There are some things they did in that game that I think I wish they didn't patch, but overall, I think it was a good move for the game. I wonder what would bring people back to this game in droves like they used to be, and I find that so weird, bro. It doesn't make sense to me because this game is only like a year old. I didn't start playing Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm like 4. I didn't play Storm 4 until like 2020, which at that point it was 4 years old. And I never had an issue finding a match. Like, so I don't that game was popping. Like, there was a lot of people on it. Even when people called it dead, there was plenty of people on the game. So I wonder, like, what is the difference? Like, is it actually that there's nobody on the game, or do they need to go back to the old matchmaking where they're not trying to skill-based matchmake you to death? Like, I think that might be the real problem. Like, let us go back to picking who we want to play against. Like, skill-based matchmaking, I could write so many essays on that, bro. It is the death of online games. Nobody likes it, because even if you're at a higher skill level, like, you don't want to, it's not fun to play at that level all the time. Like, all the time. You can never try something new. You can never try, like, literally fuck around, see what you like, don't like. You got to be running the game optimally at all the time. And you know what, bro? That's the problem with technology. I'm going into it. Yeah, bro, that's the problem with technology, bro. Because the same thing is happening to basketball. I know not many people might be basketball fans here, but I'll give you a little summary so it's easy to follow and you can see how it relates to this shit. Basically, in recent years in basketball, people have, there's a video game term for this. People have actually started to crack the meta of basketball. Can you believe that there's a meta for a sport like that? And the meta, that people realize that the three-point shot, which is a shot that's a little farther back than normal, is so valuable that it actually makes sense to just do nothing. I can't believe I'm getting hit with a cutscene, bro. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Whatever, bro. I won't be doing this rematch, bro. Get me out of here and let me find somebody new. Anyways, this isn't even new, bro. I just played this dude yesterday for like 7 rounds because I couldn't find anybody on casual. But then, obviously, I run into him on rank today. It is what it is. What was I saying? Yeah, the 3-point shot is something that's a little farther back and is worth 3 points, where normal shots are worth 2. People have started to run their analytics and go real deep into the game and realize that based on how far back it is and the average likelihood that you will hit one of these shots, the best strategy to play the game of basketball is to literally just chuck 3-point shots. And I don't even really mind it that much. But it does get ridiculous. Like, at this point, people are not even trying to do anything else. And a lot of times, like, when you watch a game, it will just be like a shootout competition of like who will just get to that line and just shoot the same shot. And it kills the variety. And I think skill-based matchmaking does the same to video games. That, like, bro, there's no variety because in most games, actually, I can't even think of a game where there isn't. In every game, people will find the meta, and social media and YouTube has made it a lot easier to do that. And this advanced age of technology has made it so easy to locate a meta in a video game and then turn it to... Because, I mean, I understand it, right? Like, obviously, at some point, I do hate people, quote-unquote hate when people abuse meta. But I understand the argument of playing to win. Like, okay, if you're playing to win and you know you're not skilled enough to win without meta, or the game doesn't even make it viable to win without meta, why would you ever play any character? Or in a fighting game, why would you play a character that's not the meta? In a shooting game, why are you using guns that are not good enough to be competitive? Like, you won't have a fun time either. That was a nice counter. I ran right into his grab. Ouch. You won't have... Why does that rebound me, bro? Why do some people... Oh, God. You won't have a fun time either trying to play against the meta. And same thing. It just becomes a tragedy of the commons in a way. Yeah, let me explain that one. I will actually... Give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back. I know no time passed in the video, but time passed in real time while I was grabbing my phone. Alright, the tragedy of the commons. I know I should explain that. Google definition refers to a situation where individuals acting in their own self-interest overexploit a shared resource, leading to its depletion and ultimately harming everyone who relies on it, even if they act responsibly. Essentially, when people overuse a common resource without considering the long-term consequences of for the collective good. Now, let me break this down in non-nerd speak. South Park did a really good example on this, and I don't even watch South Park, but we actually used it in class. But basically, think of a pool, and think of a pool that doesn't get cleaned. One person decides to exploit this pool by peeing in it. It's technically fine if 1 or 2 people do it, but when everybody starts doing it, thinking like, oh, well, you know, I'm the only one doing it, or it's fine if I do it, the resource will actually deplete and there will be no more clean pool ever again because we've ruined it by overexploiting it. Stop trying to transform. And the same thing happens, right, with these video games. That people start to overexploit these glitches in the game, these busted characters, these really good guns in fighting games, the quote-unquote meta. People start to over-abuse it, and then it ruins, over time, the user experience for everyone, including themselves, because even the people that like the meta or like using it don't like playing against it. So it comes to a point where everybody continues to do the same thing, and eventually it ruins the common resource, which I've seen has happened pretty much in every game. And it's, I think one of the solutions to this will be to take out skill-based matchmaking, because then people can end up playing against... I mean, maybe that's just me hoping that people will be good people when it's taken out, because I feel like people are doing this for the most part because other people are doing it, and that's the only way they can win. But if not everybody's doing it and they can actually still win games and, you know, have fun without having to rely on the meta, I truly believe that people won't do it as much, and therefore the game will be more pleasurable for everybody overall. And that's exactly why we stay in school, kids, so we can learn terms like the tragedy of the commons, so we can use it on our YouTube channel to explain why anime games and video games in general can be in the toilet for real, bro. So insane. But I hope, I guess there's not much of an incentive for the developers to do anything for this game. But you never know. I could be wrong. Things happen all the time. Maybe when they start putting in more Boruto characters in like 30 years, they will decide to patch one more thing. But that is my dissertation on why the meta needs to be stopped. Skill-based matchmaking needs to be taken out of the game. And we need to go back to tradition, bro. Reject modernity, right? Embrace tradition. Forget all this nonsense about meta. Forget all these nonsense about the best characters. And let's just play the game that we know how to play. Am I, like, is that so crazy to say, bro? Is that actually crazy to say? Okay, yeah. I say all this to say it's so over, bro. I'm cooked here.